Hi, guys, and welcome back to episode 3
of Just Breathe, Bitch.
I'm Keita.
And I'm Cheyenne.
And we're your hosts. So, today's episode, we will be going over the art of mom friendships, which will include topics such as the importance of mom friendships, how to make mom friends,
and ways to overcome making mom friends.
So, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So, the first topic is going to be the importance of mom friendships. What would you say is one of the major topics within that?
I would say being able to share resources, especially local moms that live in your area. You can find good recommendations for doctors, dentists, things in the area, like things like playgrounds, places you can take your children. I feel like that's a good reason, along with having someone that understands things you're going through on an emotional level.
Right.
A lot of things moms don't talk about, but when you actually do find that one person you trust, you're able to discuss things and actually have someone understand.
Mm-hmm. And I know as far as the shared resources, we kind of both have similar experiences with breast milk.
Yes.
I found a group on Facebook that I didn't even know it was a thing that you could get donor breast milk. So
you can normally just search up human milk for human babies, and then you put your town that you're in. I was lucky enough to meet 3 donors. There was one, she was vegan, absolutely sweet. When she ended her journey, I found my second person, who was a mom that was, I think she was an army wife. And whenever she was in our town, she would make sure any milk that she couldn't take with her, she would donate to me. And then the last one is my best friend, Monique. We met. It was actually funny because I was in the stages of transferring jobs. And we would have connected eventually because her husband's now my boss.
Right.
So it was really nice to meet her. She, like I said, all of my donors were wonderful. I was really struggling. My supply had dropped, and I was like, oh no. So
yeah, with Elias, with that pregnancy, I think he's the longest I attempted to breastfeed, and then I realized, dang, it's not working again. And so I started with formula, but I was like, I still would really like him to have breast milk, but I'm not producing any. And then someone told me you can get donor milk. And I was like, that's insane. I love that.
And it's free. Don't let anyone try to finesse you to pay for it. You can offer supplies like breast milk bags, pump parts, blah, blah, blah. But don't let anyone try to charge you $5 a bag. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I had the donor milk, and then I also used formula too.
Yes, that's what we started with. Formula, because I wasn't producing enough, and then my supply kicked in, and then after a few months it dropped, and he was never a booby baby. I exclusively pumped from week 1. And I think we needed 16 months pumping.
I thought that I was doing well for the first time. With the first 2, it was just really bad, and then with Elias, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's finally working, and he's eating and he's happy. Turns out that no, he was definitely not getting enough, which is why he was just a sleepy little baby, and so it was a whole thing.
But you had a village to help you, and
yeah.
I'm not sure if you were able to connect with any of them, if you still keep in contact.
No, yeah, I think it was basically I just got it from one person. She had a lot, and I just kind of went, got it, and then that was pretty much it.
Right.
After that, but yeah.
Well, I feel like another reason having mom friends is good is because you have similar experiences. Mm-hmm. We both have the experience of using donors. There are some people that struggle with birth trauma. I had a pretty good birth. They kept trying to say a C-section, but that's because he wouldn't stay still.
Yeah.
And he would just be like, zoom, bye, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I think I got really lucky as far as my births, because technically they went relatively well.
Right.
With Elias, I mean, I had to be induced because I had other complications that had nothing to do with the pregnancy,
right.
But still the labor itself and the birthing process went really well.
Yeah, I got
So-
induced also. Did you get the Foley?
No, I think I did with Lily though, and I was like, dude, I
This
literally
is
hate
so
you.
weird. And then they popped my water, and I was like, I don't like this because every time I sneeze, it's just like. I was like, this is disgusting. Like, are you guys gonna change my sheets every time?
I literally did.
It was so terrible.
No, and then like so with Lily and Ada, I didn't get like an epidural or anything, but with Elias, so I was pregnant, and then I had like the nephrostomy tube,
Right.
so like that was causing pain. I had a kidney infection, and I
Oh,
was like, just go
no.
ahead and give me the epidural, even though I was literally terrified.
Right.
And then when the guy came in to do it, I was sobbing, and I was like, I don't actually want it. And then he was like, I don't have to do it. And I was like, no, please do it though. I was like, I'm just scared. That's a really big needle.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see the needle. I had a lady and she was so sweet. I wasn't going to get an epidural. I always hear like horror stories about how you have back pain for the rest of your life. And they gave me Pitocin, and I was on the starter.
That is
dose.
literally why I got the epidural, because that Pitocin is insane.
Bruh, the doctor came in. It was the nighttime doctor, and she was like, if you're already in this much pain, you might want to think about an epidural. And I was like, you know what? Say less.
Yeah, because I remember like with Lily, so I had to be induced, so I got the Pitocin. I kind of just thugged it out. Though it was the worst pain literally of my life. With Ada, I went into labor naturally, so no Pitocin, no epidural.
Right.
And we just moved along with it, and it was still painful, but it was less painful than it was with the Pitocin.
Right.
Because with the Pitocin,
It's
it just hits you.
It's like, hurry up, let's go. Like, we
Yeah,
need to have this
naturally
baby
going into
right
labor,
now.
super like slow. Well, it depends on who you are, but it progresses on its own time and not as quick
Right.
as the Pitocin makes you progress. So less intense to me.
Oh, I was trying. When I got induced, I went in on a Friday for just a normal non-stress test appointment. And of course, he wouldn't stay still. And she was like, yeah, we're just going to induce you.
That's
and
wild.
He was just playing games all day. Like, it was to the point where the nighttime nurse was like really concerned. She's like, his heart rate just keeps going up and down. Let's just do a C-section. I was like, ain't no way. I said, I'll
Yeah.
go home.
Yeah.
That was 39 weeks in one day. I was like, please let my water break naturally. Like, I'm going to make it. I was still working. Like, I had went to work the day before. And
Yeah, with Elias, another shared experience, I guess. So I had all the issues with my kidney. I ended up
Right.
getting sepsis
Oh,
and like going through all of that while being pregnant. And then I like joined a sepsis group on Facebook
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't know how to deal with this like
Oh, yeah.
afterwards. And I met someone. She actually reached out to me because she was pregnant, also went through sepsis, and
Right.
she was like, how was your birthing experience and everything? So we like connected on that level, and now like we're friends on Facebook. We don't talk like too often, but
right.
we reach
But
out every now
you
and then.
don't have to
now and
talk
again.
all the time.
Yeah,
As long as you have that, like, hey, how are you doing? Like, you don't have to talk
Yeah.
all the time.
yeah,
It's nice that you were able to find someone during that time. Because I know,
Yeah.
like, my friend, my pregnancy buddy, we went to high school together. It's crazy because we ended up having our kids the same day. Miles is 45 minutes older than her daughter. And, like, her experience was just so bad for her. And, like, I felt bad because, like, I didn't understand what she was going through.
Yeah.
And, like, trying to, like, keep my opinions to, like, myself. Like, I don't know how to help you. I feel bad because my experience wasn't the same as you.
right.
So,
Yeah. So, well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can have so many shared experiences, but then there's obviously still those things that are going to be different.
Right.
But it's still comforting knowing that you have a friend that is also a mom that you
Yes.
can relate to on a
So
million
many
other
other
levels.
things.
Yeah. So, and friendships in general, they don't even have to be mom friends.
Right.
They can be any
I
friends.
was friends before I even became a mom. I don't know how I ended up in a mom parenting group. It was one of those sanctity mom groups. They follow certain things, and I learned a lot. I met a lot of moms as friends. Like, they don't live in this state, but it's been about like maybe 7, almost 8 years now. and we still talk. Like, their kids still call me their aunt and stuff. So it's like, oh, cool. Like, even though I wasn't a mom, you guys didn't, like, shut me out because I wasn't a parent.
Right.
So, and I have friends now that don't have kids, and
Yeah.
they're just as wonderful as my mom friends.
No, yeah. I was like, I have friends, a lot of my friends actually, compared to my friends that do have kids, don't have kids.
Right.
So, but they're still, I don't know, they still like love my kids.
Oh, absolutely.
And I can
love
still like
all my
even call
friends'
them, but
kids.
like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. And even though they don't have kids, like, you know, they have
Have you tried
nieces or
this?
nephews or
Right.
things like that. And they can still, in some type of way, shape or form, try to
Right.
to understand and help.
So-
So,
That's definitely pretty nice. Like I said, I loved all my friends before I even thought about having a kid, and we're
Yeah.
so close.
yeah, I think another thing that is important with having like friends that are moms is just the empowerment that you get.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they really help to like ground you. Like they are like you can feel like such a bad mom at some point in time.
Absolutely. And they're like, hello, do you not remember, like, you're a badass bitch?
Yeah,
You
right.
Push this baby out, or the baby you went through that, because the C-section surgery is, I hear, is like really intense. Like, you went through all that and you're fucking awake.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
literally.
like, you know what?
Knock me out.
Good night. Wake me up once I'm sewn back together. Like, what's that Chris Brown song? Don't wake me up.
Don't wake me up.
Just wake me up later, bro.
Literally.
So,
But yeah, that and like I struggled for a while with like, oh, my belly looks crazy because I just had these babies, and I have people like, no, dude, like those are there because you had babies, and they're all beautiful babies, and they're like, you know, your little miracle babies.
can't relate. You've always been fat.
Y'all ignore her.
Your facial expression was just...
Sorry guys, on the next podcast Cheyenne will not be here.
I did not take nothing serious. Like,
She literally doesn't
I don't.
at all.
First of all, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong.
So let's talk about some good ways to make mom friends.
Yes.
That's where we're opposite. Like,
Yeah, so Cheyenne's she's very outgoing. I'm very
because I'm an introvert, but I have extrovert tendencies based off
No.
a test I've done.
I am very introverted. I'm an introvert. Everything about me introverted unless I am working like photography or bartending, whatever it is that I'm doing at the time.
Right.
It's like a light switch. I can turn it on and be extroverted,
Well,
but
that's
only
how
for that
mine
time
is.
being.
Mine is like that in social settings.
Yeah, no, mine's not at all.
I've always been the one that, like, people got to go talk to others because they were, like, worried. And I'm like, bitch, I'm worried.
No, I'm like super awkward. So for me, if you're awkward like me, the easiest way that I have made majority of my friends, moms or not, women and men alike, has been through social media.
Agreed. Because I've met a lot of my best friends through social media. And, like, they live in Canada, Maine, Pennsylvania, Delaware.
No,
My
yeah.
best friend is in Ohio.
I haven't necessarily met like people that are far away through social media, more so
Right.
people that are local. I mean, now like I've moved around a lot, so I have friends
Yeah.
in different states. But when I met them, it was more so we were
Local.
local. Yeah. But yeah, like my friends that I have now, like you guys, our little group chat, we all met on Facebook.
That is
through group.
Be careful meeting strangers. Make sure you do a proper background check. Like, I'm checking your case search. I'm checking your Facebook.
That's crazy because I don't
if
check
you're in a
anything.
relationship on Facebook, I'm checking your spouse's page.
I literally don't check anything.
I
I'm
check
just like
everything.
But it's like I'm also like, dude, I'm a photographer. I'm not about to check all my clients before we meet in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, I feel like you could get a vibe from someone.
Well, you would think that.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I mean, you can tell so much about somebody on social media, but they can also like be lying on
Yeah.
their whole social media.
I mean, that's true, but like, if you send me a message like, hey, let's meet up, and you just made your account 3 days ago and you got one post and the
but
post...
you're a scammer.
Right.
You might try to murder me in
you're
your
not-
background, in your
You
backyard.
won't catch me on Catfish.
Catfish is crazy.
Like,
Cat-
sing,
catfish?
Hello, Neve, is that you?
Catfish Friends Edition.
Literally, I mean, there's a lot of people in Catfish. Remember that one episode where it was actually her cousin, and it was because the cousin called her fat?
That's literally wild.
It was so-
It always gets me when it's like the guys catfishing other guys.
That's
and they're
funny.
just like, yeah, what about it?
like, what are you
like-
gonna do?
You are not a gorgeous woman at all.
So, social media is one way that you can potentially meet people. You can always search up parents of whatever area you live in, maybe your community, subdivision, whatever you want to call it. My favorite thing is local parks. If I see my toddler playing with another kid and I see, like, you know, obviously you can tell whose kid belongs to who
Yeah.
because the parents are like watching them. I'll be like, oh, hey, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. Like, how old's your kid? This is my kid. He's such and such. So that's one way.
No, dude, I'm too awkward. I'm literally
Oh
like,
my God.
ha ha ha, hi. Yeah, I see them playing together. It's so cute. And then I'm like, okay.
Well, that's like me. So the baby started school. It's like pre-K 3 or something. And he's been coming home talking about his best friend. Mm-hmm. And like I messaged the teacher and I was like, I don't know if you can do this, but like, can you give my contact information to the parents? Because I would love for them to like be friends during the summer. Like, you know, this is the first time he's ever come home and expressed like he really likes someone. He's happy.
Yeah.
I would love for him to keep that relationship, especially if they're going to go to the same school. Like, a lot of times, you're always in the same class with these people.
Yeah, right.
So, you can do things like that. I like local things. Like, they have activities for children. Mm-hmm. So, like, a painting class. The Children's Museum is wonderful because it's so interactive. I feel like things like the zoo and stuff, it's a little harder to make friends because you're constantly walking, trying to explore the animals. So
Right.
you don't really have time to sit and talk. Whereas if you're in these like public places, like an indoor activity park, I just met a nice older lady that was there, and her granddaughter was playing with Miles, and they had a blast. And he was so sad he had to leave her, and it was crazy because I was like, "Say bye to your friend," and I was like, "Wait, why did she change her shirt?" And then I was like, holy shit, she's a twin. This whole time he's been playing with this little girl, and I didn't even realize she had a sister.
I'm literally dead.
He was like, every time he sees twins, he's always confused. He's just like,
Which one are you?
yeah, that's kind of what it was. And I'm like, I'm older. I should know that twins exist.
Right. No, yeah, I just had a wedding last weekend, and there were two little twins. It was a girl and a boy. Literally so cute, so sweet, and they had just turned 2.
Aw.
And I was like, how are y'all's kids like so good? And I'm like, my almost 2-year-old is literally crazy. And they're like, no, they're not like this all the time. And I was like, that makes me feel so much
Only in
better.
public.
Yeah, I was like, that makes me feel so much better. I was like, because mine is literally just insane.
Listen, I've been calling Miles Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. He's at this stage where he's just freaking launching himself off the couch, and I'm like, can you chill out? Like, can you at least make it
imagine-
to 8 before you break a bone or something?
Imagine that, but not even 2 years old yet. Elias will literally jump off the couch in like my bed, which is kind of, I mean, it's not super high, but it's, high
Yeah.
enough. And he just doesn't care. And I'm like, dude, you're going to break a bone. He just, ha 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 ha. And I'm
He
like,
goes,
you're crazy. Yeah. And even when he like actually hurts himself, if he cries, it's for like 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like-
Miles kind of like looks, and he's like, should I cry? Should I?
Yeah. If you're not looking, they won't cry. Just don't
No.
look at your kids
Just don't
and they
even
won't
acknowledge
cry.
them. Like, he could slip, and I'll just be like,
Hmm.
as long as he's not crying immediately, then if I don't react, then he doesn't react.
Yeah, pretty much. That's like how babies work.
Right.
It's like as long as you don't see them, don't look at them when they hurt themselves, they will act like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, but you definitely want to make sure you are open to making new friends.
Yeah, I'm like really trying to get out of my super awkward, like antisocial phase that I'm in.
Right.
Because when I was younger, I did not care. I can come up to anybody and talk whenever. Like, whatever you want to talk about, let's do it. We're
Right.
friends now. And now I'm just like,
Maybe not.
I need to take some anxiety medicine before I leave my house.
You know what? I usually do, so that's probably why I'm like, I gotta deal with the public.
Yeah.
It's like I have a meeting tomorrow, and I'm like, meds, let's go. Like,
Where are these anxiety meds?
oh my gosh, last meeting I had, this man just yelled at me. He was just, I had been at work for like 4 fucking days, and he just came in, you're snarky, and I'm like, first of all.
And what about it? It's like,
It was so I was so freaking tired. Like, I'm up constantly, and I was like, you know what? I still won't talk to him. I see him, I walk away. I'm like, you know what? Because I got some choice fucking words, and you don't want to hear them.
yeah,
I'm trying to be nice.
my old job, when I lived in Ohio, so I worked at a call center, and it was like for mortgage companies when they had property damage. So I worked on behalf of the mortgage company, so the homeowners would call in to me when their property's messed up. And I got yelled at so much. And then, like, I'm just like, yeah, I would literally, like, mute the phone and just be like, do y'all want to know what this person is saying to me right now?
Bruh.
It was insane. And then when I got pregnant with Ada, I would literally just argue back with him because I'm like, I don't have the patience.
I really don't give a fuck
Yeah,
about this
one
job.
lady was literally... This one lady was like,
time today.
right. She was like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. And I said, you're arguing with yourself. And then I hung up on her. How did I not get in trouble for that is beyond me. But because they listen to your calls, they listen and they audit it.
Absolutely.
All my calls got 100% though.
That's
Somehow
crazy.
they never pulled that one.
That person,
which
likes
I
you.
was like, thank Jesus, because who?
It'd be like that. Like, I just try to ignore it. Like, I'm like, please hold. Like, I'll give myself some time to calm down. I'll give you some time to calm down.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with the. Can I put you on a brief 2-minute hold, please? And then I'm gonna take my time to be like, saying all the things I need to say while they're on hold to calm myself.
I just put them on hold, and I go look at my boss, and I'll be like, this is your fucking problem. Except I'm not repeating myself. Like, what I'm not about to do is keep repeating myself. But once again, we have Squirrel Brain, and this episode is about moms.
Yes, it is.
So, but yes, definitely be open to someone randomly coming up to you, aka me. Like, hey, would you like to be friends?
Yeah, and then there's me that I might look at you like, okay, you're weird, but I'm gonna say yeah. Like, I'm not gonna say no, I don't want to be your friend.
Right. Try not to have resting bitch face.
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
It's definitely.
I can't help it. It's just my face. Like, so when I was watching our previous episodes, I'm looking at Cheyenne because I'm listening
Shannon?
to her. No,
Shanae.
I'm looking at Cheyenne because she's talking and I'm trying to listen. Actively listen, nod my head. But then I look at my face and I'm like this, and I just look like, "Are you done?" But that's not what I'm thinking in my brain. That's just what my face conveys.
No, I've been watching the video and I've noticed that like when you're talking, I'll sit there and I go.
Yeah, like I literally was telling Rich, I was like, dude, Cheyenne's looking at me smiling, and I look at her with like the most like bored face, and I'm like, it's not that, it's just that's just how my face looks, and I don't mean to.
Like, we were so like worried about like doing a podcast, like it has to be perfect. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Just be yourself. Like
Right.
I'm over here sitting there. Yeah, whatever you say.
Yeah, buddy.
But I think now
Sure.
that like we've done a couple of episodes, we're starting to get more comfortable.
Yeah. I still don't think like we're not like
Right, we're not 100%.
we don't have our like our flow yet, right?
Yeah.
Still in the process, but definitely not as awkward as our first attempt.
Oh my gosh, I know that first one was so tragic.
It was literally
Like
we
4
were like,
recordings.
we're just gonna redo this 10 times.
And then our phone was like,
Yeah, phones are glued up here. Am I still looking at my phone
yes.
right now? Yes, but at least it's not glued to my face.
exactly. Like, sometimes.
Work in progress.
And, like, we've taken notes on things we definitely wanted to, come across, like, during the episode. So we will peek at our phone from time to time.
Right.
Just to make sure that we say everything we want to say. Because, again, we have squirrel brain. We're moms. If you know mom brain, then you know how easy it is to forget. So let's talk about ways you can overcome the fear of connecting with other mothers.
Let's do that. Because as we've talked about, I'm still a work in progress.
Yes, absolutely.
that.
But you have to start small.
Yeah.
It's not just something you can, like, hey, Lindy, like, do you want to be friends? Like, no, you just have to start with a small, like, hey, hi, how are you? And then
Yeah.
maybe you go to that park again and she's there and you're like, oh, hey, it's nice to see you again. Like,
Yeah.
just starting small until
Yeah.
you get comfortable enough to, like, be friends with this person.
Yeah, definitely starting small and then just kind of like really just recognize, okay, I'm nervous.
Oh,
I'm a little
absolutely.
anxious about this. And that's okay.
Take time for yourself to think, to breathe. Like, you don't have to just, hello, let's be friends. Like,
Yeah,
just
because that would
chill
literally
out.
be like, hi,
Beginning to
hey,
lady."
I'm Kita. This is Lily, and then Ada and Elias, and they look like they might be the same age. I don't know. Okay,
gosh, yes.
okay, bye.
Everyone looks at Miles and they're like, "Aw!" It's like when we went to Build-A-Bear last year, and that lady gave him the birthday cake with 5 candles. I'm
Yeah.
like, he's 3.
Yeah, dude. When I was at Cheesecake Factory the other week, I had to take Elias out and go on a little walk with him because he was acting like a fool. And I was like,
Bruh.
all right, bro, we'll walk until the
I
food
need you
comes.
to chill the fuck out.
Yeah. So I went outside. We were walking. There was there was a dad out there walking his kid, and his kid was 4.
Aw.
And they're literally same exact height. And he was like, oh, how old is he? And I was like, oh, he's almost 2. And he was like, oh.
What did she say?
I was like, he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, they're like the same height. I was like, he's just a giant.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, my dad is literally super, super tall, like insanely tall. I was like, so maybe, I mean, not insanely. That's probably very dramatic.
Well,
But-
John's 6'3", and I'm only 5'5", so I just know Miles gonna be giant. Like, he's already
Yeah.
giant now, but I feel like he's gonna grow again before this year's over, and I'm just like not prepared for it, not at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of the kids are going to be taller than me.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that all of them at some point are going to be taller than my little 5'4" self. So
I mean, I believe it.
that's okay. That's okay.
But definitely agree with acknowledging your feelings, starting small. Like I said, look for local children activities, especially because, like, I know in certain communities they will do, like, where my mom lives, they have one day a year where the community does, like, a block party type of thing, and it's like multiple roads. And the more you go there, you notice your neighbors. Like, just make friends. Like, we're in the process of buying a new house, and the house that we've seen, we went the other day for the appraisal, and as we were leaving, there was a little girl, and her and Miles played together. Like, it was, hey.
Yeah.
And I met the dad, and he asked, like, hey, you guys looking to move here? And we're like, well, yeah, we'll be, getting a house soon, blah, blah, blah. We'd love to, like, have our kids hang out, like, because they're hitting it off really well, and they were both so sad to leave each other.
Aw.
But it was really weird because, like, I was talking to him, and he was like, oh, I went to this high school, and I was like, me too. And then he was like, I graduated in 2018, and I was like, I graduated in 2015, bro. He was like, oh, I was just starting school, and I was like, God, I'm fucking old. I was like, this is my car.
Let me just see my way out.
You're a year older than me.
Yeah, you're right. But, well, yeah, I graduated 2013, but I graduated my junior year. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 2014, but my birthday's in January, so I never made the deadline.
Dang. But yeah, squirrel brain. So I think another thing is kind of just have realistic expectations.
Oh, absolutely.
So know that, like, this is not going to happen overnight. And, like, don't be a weirdo and be like, meet another mom and be like, want to come to my house tomorrow and have a play date? Because that's weird.
Yeah, no, I'm not really big on inviting people to my home.
Yeah.
We have to, like, have talked for a while.
Yeah, I literally just visited your house for the first time, last week?
You did.
Yeah. Literally last week.
Oh.
I mean, I think there was, like, a couple other times I could
visited
have.
before, but I've never actually invited you to, like, come play, like, games with us. Like,
Yeah.
a big thing that we do with our friends, which a lot of them are just having, like, their babies. Our son is the oldest in the group. Alex and B, they have a set of twins. They're 2. Brittany and Cody just had a baby girl. I get to meet her soon. I cannot wait to hold her. I'm so fucking excited. Will has his stepdaughter, Olivia. She's a little older, super sweet. So we normally play board games like Sheriff of Nottingham, Doomlings. They have some other game. I can't think of it. But now that we're all parents, we're all juggling each other's schedule and fucking nap times. And I was like, you know what? Kita's daughter is not going to bed at 7:30. Let me just
literally, I'm like, well, like their bedtime's 7:30. But dude, Lily has not been going to sleep at 7:30.
It's summertime.
I do not care.
That's crazy. He's gonna do that thing from what is it? Was it a Scary Movie or when he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Keisha. That was like the
parody one.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how to say that word. I'm not gonna even try.
I'm just gonna say it. I was just like, you know what, it is what it is. But yes,
what it is.
That was my favorite. But like everybody's juggling their own schedules, and now we're all starting to like hang out more. We're all buying houses, and it's like really nice to see everyone like in different phases of their lives. Like, a lot of us are getting married or soon to be married. The whole having kids.
I'm just here, y'all. I'm not getting married anytime soon, and I will not be buying a house for the next 3 to 4 years. I might be able to push it to 2 years, but like definitely a minimum of 3 years.
If we're gonna do anything, can we be fucking for real?
What are we not being for real about?
I'm gonna need you to set goals. Because you just said
that is my goal.
You said 3 to 4 years, maybe 2. I need you to get one of those
my goal
mood boards. Insert mood
my
boards
goal
here.
is 3 to 4 years, like realistically. If I can make it happen in 2 years, that will be cool.
See?
However, I think it's gonna be more 3 to 4 years.
And there's no rush.
Yeah.
As long as
and
you're
I'm also
comfortable
like
where you're at.
I'm also very, very picky, as you know. So picky, bougie, whatever it is that Cheyenne calls me bougie all the time.
I mean,
but I'm very picky. I'm gonna be the same way when it comes to like buying my house.
Do you disagree?
And it's gonna,
Do you disagree
that I'm bougie?
Yeah.
A little. I mean, I'm like fake bougie.
What does the cameraman think?
Hear me out.
I don't know if she's bougie or not.
Now I know you fucking lying.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm fake bougie. Because listen, hear me out. I'm fake bougie because I like nice things, but I will still go to Marshall's and buy it for less. So I am fake bougie.
Let's talk about Marshalls because so I've been going and you know their mug collection is huge. And I seen Mrs. Pot from Beauty and the Beast, giant freaking cookie jar. And I was like, you know what? I should grab that. And I did it. So next time I went, they had a miniature one that was a 24-ounce cup. Got it. Cool. Then they had a Belle cookie jar. I fucking love Belle. I was like, I'm going to buy it.
So you're just collecting jars.
Yes. I use my Belle cookie jar for my Nespresso capsules. It's pretty. My coffee bar, like, dish rags are yellow and white. And Mrs. Pot sits next to it, and I got different little mugs. Mind your business, okay? Stop worrying about yourself, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
So,
this that split.
John's like, you can find that anywhere. Go on eBay. And like, it was $30. I was like, you're being dramatic. Like, chill the fuck out. It was $30. And he looks up eBay and it was $150. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna buy it off eBay. He has never changed his mind so quickly. He was like, you know what? Just get it.
Put it in the cart. As Cheyenne would say, add to cart.
You ready to add to cart tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Yes. Yes. I forgot we had...
I'm like, did you forget already? Because I told you like 3 times.
Yeah.
Brunch with Rose. And then they have a TJ Maxx and a Home Goods that's connected. Like, there's 2 separate entrances, but like there's like this in between the signs. It's just like a blank thing, and it's just the buildings connected. And it's just like the best fucking thing I've ever seen.
This is dangerous. I'm
you're
excited.
Gonna spend so much money. The freaking
Rich, like, please forgive
collection?
Me.
Fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want.
Rich, actually, can I borrow your card?
That's crazy. You know what, John? Can I borrow your card?
Thank you. Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you very, very much.
So I did post on our Instagram reels. I'm still learning how to use Instagram, even though I have like 5 accounts and I am not consistent. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like
The way
January
that I
1st.
literally have like 6 Instagram accounts is actually wild.
No, what's crazy was my New Year resolution was having a book talk account, and I posted 3 books and then stopped. It was just too much work. I didn't even make it out of January before I quit.
I felt that.
I mean, I'm still doing like my whole book thing, but
Yeah, update on my book.
Yes.
I feel like it's definitely going to be pushed back another month.
I mean, we're busy. So yes, I'm gonna go to Instagram. Ew, I turned my phone
So,
off dark mode.
like
because
she
yours
was-
wasn't.
Like she was saying,
That's tragic.
we made a post on Instagram asking you guys to share your stories about mom
experiences.
friends or experiences and,
or
and things as
making mom
such.
friends.
Yes, so we are going to go ahead and read some of the comments that you guys left as soon as
You want me to
we
start it off?
can Find it. Yeah.
All right, so the first one we got is from Brooke Bell Photography. Says, I don't know where to even begin. My tribe of mom friends are different depending on the stages of life I've met them. My since I was younger, like grade school mom friends, college mom friends, and military wife mom friends. They're all unique in their own way. They've been through various walks of life with me depending on how long I've known them. We always pick up where we left off. They do anything for me without question, check on me, and truly are gifts from God in so many ways. I have my tribe, and I am so thankful for them all. She said, here to edit. They've stated this close because of how like-minded, laid back, and genuine they truly are. We know when to be mom and when to dance to get low. Have a few drinks, dress like hobos, be a rock for one another.
And I love that.
I feel like that's us.
yeah.
Because sometimes we're like, let's go have a mom date. And then we're like, let's go somewhere with the kids.
Yeah.
And then other times it's just like, hey, just come over.
Yeah. Just come over. Or sometimes like, hey, leave the kids at home. Let's go do something.
Yes. Like, you know what? I'll be back. Which
I'll
is
be
kind of how we
back.
did the whole podcast thing because
Yeah.
it's like
It's
something
low-key-
you wanted to do. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Let's just try something different. So,
Yeah. It definitely helped with getting a little bit of time
Right.
for ourselves.
I
So,
even agree with the, like she said, the different stages of life. Like,
yeah.
like I said, I know a lot of people, but the people I'm closest to are like you, like we met last year, 2 years ago.
I feel like it was 2 years
I feel like it
ago.
was 2 years ago.
I don't
and
know.
like we hit it off really well. We have the same type of like interest kind of.
Yeah.
Photography was a big thing because we met at a photographer meetup. But like I said, my internet friends, I've known them for 7 or 8 years. They've even like traveled last year to come to my wedding. My bridesmaid, not my bridesmaid, my maid of honor, matron of honor, they were both out of state. So just, it was nice having them travel. Like, oh, my friends actually travels for me. And everybody's like, internet friends aren't real friends. And I'm like,
Please.
these bitches, my best friend drove 8 hours to come to my wedding.
Yeah. And
And
there's
I'm like-
there's family that wouldn't even do that. So.
Literally, and I'll be like, and I have to pay for a hotel? Yes, you bitch. Or just don't come. What the fuck? Like, if my friends can do it, you have no excuse. Especially if we live in the same town.
That
It's
way.
okay. Because I know.
So another comment is from Taylor. She said, I'm not a mom yet, but the mothers that I am friends with have filled an important role in my life. I either met them as moms or was lucky enough to watch them go through their pregnancy journeys. I cherish them all. Some have helped me make decisions as I grow my own family. Some have filled a mentor role as I don't have a mother. So grateful for them and for all that they do. Good moms are truly the unsung heroes of the world.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
And it cracks me
I'm like
up.
teary eyed just reading. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh, did you see my response to her? I
Yeah,
told her that
literally
she
was
would
so
be-
sweet.
I know, me, sweet. Okay.
When?
I said, you will be an amazing mother if/when you decide to have children, and you will have the best village right behind you. Thank you for sharing this beautiful story. And like, I agree, because like, I think I am the mom out of my mom friends.
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm the youngest, I'm always the one like people come to for advice, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but you know what? If I can help you, I love that.
Yeah.
Ooh, another one that we got is from Rose. Absolutely love her. That's who we have the
Our brunch with.
brunch date with tomorrow. I just recently did her maternity shoot, and you got to join me on that. And
Yeah, that was
it
so
turned
much
out
fun.
so
They were
nice.
literally the sweetest.
Oh my god, I still laugh at the frolicking.
Oh, yeah.
You were like, just frolic, it's fine.
Yeah, I had a couple today, and I was like, "Come on, guys, we're just gonna frolic." Yeah, just they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "We're gonna
What did
frolic."
she say?
I'm like, "We're gonna frolic."
We gotta get some buttons, like so I can like. random
What she
claps.
say?
Right. We just need to have buttons. Like the fuck. Like, oh my gosh. Sidetrack. Did I tell you what Miles' new thing is? He's just running around saying, "What the hell?" And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I say that a lot. I really gotta stop.
You
Especially
do.
because he's at that age and he's just repeating. I'm like, I can't even be mad at you, bro. But Rose says, first time mom, waiting for baby girl to make her appearance. Making mom friends is so important to me for my mental health and for my baby's development. It's super hard to make friends as a grown up, and mom friends is no different. I'm just glad to have the people in my life who support me. And I absolutely love her. I'm excited to, like, I've been friends with her for almost 2 years. She was getting married, and I met her from another friend, Sam. Love Sam. She was looking to do, you know how everyone does a boudoir shoot for wedding gifts for husband, and that was like my first shoot I've done that was boudoir, and it was,
Oh yeah, and you showed me those, and they were literally so good.
thank you.
They were so good.
That was the first time I've done boudoir and actually met with a person. To
Yeah, I
take
wouldn't
their
have
photos.
thought that was like your first boudoir session.
It was crazy. Like, we had a blast. Like, we were both still like, you know, we just met, like, literally.
Yeah.
And as we did the shoot, she gained a lot of confidence, and like even now she is fucking glowing pregnant. Like, she is just, I went to her baby shower last weekend, and she was just a ray of sunshine. Although if you ever buy nasty ass baby food, I'm leaving, because why the fuck did I think one of them was tuna? It was the challenge when you eat random baby food, and I was like,
And it
oh.
tasted like tuna?
No, it smelled like tuna. I wasn't
Oh.
tasting it, but the crazy part about it, it was turkey. But it came out in a chunk.
Oh yeah, it was like the thick,
Uh-huh.
not fully pureed.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
She did get me with one. I tasted, I don't know what it was. And I should have smelled it first. And I put it in my mouth and I just started gagging. I was like, this is disgusting. It was terrible.
You will never see me eating baby food. Low-key, well, the banana one kind of fire.
I thought the freaking banana one was like a peaches. I was like,
What?
How did you get this wrong? It was like apple, banana, turkey.
The apple is literally like applesauce.
I think it was beets.
Ew.
Yeah, it was like 5 different ones, and it was a game I'll never play again. I'm too fucking old for that game.
And now you know.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I hope she is able to make mom friends, because we live a bit away. Like, I'm probably like an hour. So we try to meet in the middle. And I always feel bad for like people that have like younger kids, because I'm like worried that Miles is going to be like, come on, baby, let's jump off the couch.
Yeah.
So usually when I like make posts on Facebook for my friends, I'm usually looking for people with kids around the same age, so I'm not worried.
Yeah.
But then there are some parents that are like, oh, your child's older, back them up. And I'm like, kids are kids, chill out, it's not that serious. That's why I don't really invite people unless their children is around the same age as me, because I don't feel like arguing with nobody.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Except your kids. Love your kids. I mean,
Well,
Elias
they're all
and-
roughly. Well, Lily's like the oldest one,
Yes.
but yeah,
It's
and then
like
Elias
Lily,
is
Miles, Ada. Huh?
No. Lily, Ada, Miles, and then Elias.
Yeah.
And Elias is the only one you have to worry about.
And not for like if my toddler's gonna be the one that hurts him.
No, it's him. It's
Yeah.
him.
He'd be whooping my toddler's
Yeah,
ass.
literally. I'd be feeling so bad. I'm like,
He's
oh my
making them
gosh.
tough though. Somebody like bumped into him and he was like, "Don't push me." I was like, "I love that for you."
Another comment we have is from Lacey. She says, I'm horrible at making mom friends. Horrible. Sometimes the activities slash company makes my brain feel too busy. I felt that because same. I do have a really good local mom friend. My first is 10 weeks older than hers, and her second is 10 weeks older than mine. I have 2 girls, and she has 2 boys. It's nice having her around because I don't have to clean despite wanting to resort to. We let our kids be crazy together. We take a million pictures. We laugh, we vent, we laugh, we eye roll, whatever stuff our kids are doing. My girls are like Johnny Knoxville's daily
I felt that.
jumping off stuff. Yes, the 10-month-old. We parent very differently, but it's fun to do together.
So, funny story. I actually met Lacey from a rep group. I was repping for a shop that sold wax melts, and she was also, I think she might have been admin at the time, and we became friends. And then we realized that we lived like an hour and a half away from each other. And I've been over her house twice. And it was just nice because she's so sweet. Her children are the sweetest kids ever. Her husband is fucking hilarious. I've done their Christmas family photos. I've done some fall minis for them last year, the pumpkin patch. And it was nice because, like, having friends that support your business. we
High
love
five
that.
to that.
So it was nice. She's sweet. I'm glad she has someone local to her that, she can connect with, which, like she said, they parent differently.
Yeah,
which
that's
is-
literally us.
It's us. I'm
You're like the super gentle, it's okay, love you so much parent. And I'm like that too. Like I am like the okay, it's okay, I love you. But you're very much gentle parent.
okay, I'm a gentle parent, but then there's sometimes like he be doing stuff and I'd be like, bruh, chill the fuck out. Like I just look at him like, can you chill the fuck out for once in your life? Like, why are you doing this?
And so I gentle parent as much as I possibly can until I can no longer do that.
Right.
And then I'm like, Lily, be so for real right now. Like, why are you even crying? Because I told you to go to bed? Because it's midnight and you were supposed to go to bed at 7:30?
Oh my gosh. Miles is at that stage. Like, he likes the computer. His dad and I, we're gamers. So I've went on, I think it's like sesameplace.org, and they got little games, and I like give him like 30 minutes to an hour, and I'm like, okay, it's time to get off. And he'd be like, you're so mean. And I'm like,
Sorry.
I just look at him, and then he goes and cries, and I feel bad, and I'm like, no, don't cave. And
Don't
then I'm like-
do it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
And like he'll start crying, and I'll be like, do you need a hug? And that's
Yeah,
what I ask him. Like,
that's
do you
what I
wanna talk
do.
about your feelings? Like, what made you sad? And he'd be like, Mom did it. And I'm like, why did Mom do it? And he's like, and this little motherfucker. We were talking about yesterday. I told him that he couldn't watch YouTube Kids. And I put him on ABC Mouse. I was like, you play some educational stuff, I'll let you watch YouTube Kids. So I couldn't get the educational stuff to work. So I just put it on YouTube Kids. And he was like, you said I can't play that. And I was like, you want me to turn it off? Like, be for real, dude. Ooh. So this one is from my bestest friend ever. Her name is Rachel. And she said, I have never been good at making mom friends in person. However, I do have quite the amazing group of mom friends with people living all over the country. It's me. I live in a very small rural area. Why did I rush that? Where there are not a lot of people like me. People into the weird and spooky. It's me. It's not Keita.
I like spooky, just not weird. I mean, I'm weird, but I like horror.
Okay. But I have definitely found my people in unexpected places. I wish I lived closer to all of them, but we do get to visit sometimes. That's the one that drove 8 hours to come visit me.
Nice.
I wish I lived closer to all of them, but we do get to visit sometimes. I just read that. I feel like it just makes our time together way more special, and we can't take each other for granted. I just wish some of these ladies lived a lot closer so we could see each other more often. And I definitely agree because, like I said, my internet friends from the whole pregnancy, like, when you lose your friends when you're pregnant, they were always there. Like, We love that when Amazon, during COVID, they had the fairy gifting. They like all chipped in to buy me like baby stuff. My baby shower got canceled due to COVID. They knew I was having a virtual baby shower, so they just mailed things to my house and I got to open it. So it was kind of like they were there, but they weren't really there. So definitely wish they lived closer. But I have you.
I am here.
You are one of my new favorite people.
Yeah,
We're always together. We have to spend at least 20 hours a week together.
Yeah, literally.
At this point, John's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Keita's."
Should have known. I'll be home at 6. Just kidding. She'll be home at 9.
Yeah, he knows if I tell him I'm going to be home in a certain time, I'm not.
Just realize she will be home 2 hours later. If you're lucky.
What time is it now? It's almost 3 hours. And then she's gonna be like, "Let's go to Wegmans." Here we go again.
I kind of do need to go to Wegmans, low-key. I'm really hungry.
Oh my gosh, I went there when we went, and he was like, "You didn't get the pasta?" I was like, "Dude, it was like 11 o'clock at night. There's no pasta."
I would die right now for some kava. If
my
it's
gosh.
still open by the time we're done.
You know, let me just Google that real quick.
Yeah, do that. As you're doing that, I'm going to read another comment.
Cool.
So this one is from
10.
Cherie. Hell yeah. This one is from Cherie. She says, "Mom friends help with the feeling of not being alone when I'm going through something for the first time." And
Love
I
that.
definitely felt that. The first time, the third time, the 10th time, having someone that understands
Right.
is also like always going to be an amazing thing.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. It's just nice having someone there, especially if they experience the same thing. Like, because you can actually connect.
Yeah.
But you'll never know unless you put yourself out there.
So take this as your sign.
Yes.
To put yourself out there. Go try to make more mom friends. Stop being so awkward. I'm definitely talking to myself when I said that. And just have fun.
Definitely have fun.
Yeah.
And just remember, it doesn't only have to be about play dates. It could be just starting a podcast with your best friend.
Yeah, mom friends or friends that are not moms.
Right.
Or friends in general, everything alike. Just take the time, make some friends, make time for
Do something
you
for
as an
you.
adult, make time for you,
As a mom?
prioritize you. So I always say, and a lot of people, probably don't agree, but I have to prioritize myself over everything simply because if I am not good,
Right.
my kids aren't good.
Oh, absolutely.
I have to take care of myself physically, mentally, all the things if I want my kids to be good and to have a good life.
And she doesn't mean
So-
just go neglect your kids.
No, by
Go
any
Throw
means.
your ass in the
But it's
circle
like,
somewhere.
There's no way, like, if you're spending 24/7 with your children,
Right.
that you're not losing your mind. So even if it's literally
Yeah.
taking one day or 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, a trip to go grocery shopping by yourself,
Absolutely.
take it so you can have some sanity left in there and you have that time to just be alone and by yourself.
And definitely don't be afraid to ask for help. Like,
yeah, definitely.
if Keita called me and say, "Hey," like you called me a couple of weeks ago, "Hey, you want to come watch these kids?" Yeah, sure. I mean,
Well, I mean, if you don't have any plans coming up.
her kids did whip my ass.
Well, now there's only one at the
Right.
moment that you would have to watch. Wink, wink. We'll
she
talk.
cries a
We'll
lot.
talk about this later. She is a big crybaby, but
Love her dearly, but she stop touching me. And I'm
sometimes
like,
I'm
Lily,
like,
please.
it's like I try to like. I don't want to get irritated with her because I'm like, feel your feelings. I'm not going to tell
I
you
just
you
be so
can't feel your
confused.
feelings, but I'm like, girl, why are you crying?
Like she'll be fine, and then you'll just see tears, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what's
Like,
happening?
like I scared her the other night. Like I was playing with her. I hid behind my door and I
my
popped up and said, "Boo." And she laughed at first. And then she was like, "That's not funny."
Dude, my boss just told me that. He was saying that he like tiptoed behind his daughter. He loves to tiptoe behind people and scare the fuck out of them. And he did to his daughter, and she went into the playroom and just started like crying. And I was like,
Yeah, she
You're an
literally
asshole.
looked at me, smiled, and then goes, "Mom, that's not funny." And then started crying. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
what just happened?
she is definitely.
Yeah, I'm just like, what just happened?
It definitely cracks me up because children are the funniest. Like Miles will do the same thing. But
Yeah.
then he'll have no tears, and I'll be like, "You're not crying," and then he'll just.
Oh
giggle.
yeah, Lily does that big time. I'm like,
Little
girl,
crocodile tears.
I'm like, girl, stop coming out of your room. It's bedtime. She's like, okay. I'm like, Lily, you're not even crying, dude. There are no tears. Like, you're just pretending to cry so that I will feel bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is it.
She was pretty sad with me because I took her butter. I told you, no,
Dude, my daughter literally tries to just eat butter out of the tub with
she
a
did try.
spoon.
She succeeded. She was just like, and I was like, all right, Lily, I don't think we should eat any more butter. She's like, just 2 more spoons.
Yeah, she's disgusting.
I was like, hand it over. Like,
I'm like, you can have your little buttered spaghetti, but you're
Dude,
not. You're
that's like
not eating
Miles.
just butter.
he eats frozen Uncrustables. I'm like, bro, I just pulled this out the freezer. He'd be like, I'd be like, can you not?
Dude, if I try to do that, I'm like, gotta
It's
go.
too cold. I got
Yeah.
a brain freeze. Something.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference that you're just catching up.
Ugh, I guess children are wild. But
yeah.
that wraps up this episode.
Let me go ahead and read the quote of the day.
Oh, you've actually got one.
Yeah, low-key, I kind of pulled it up mid-video, so we could read this at the end.
That's crazy.
So, quote of the day is, having great mom friends to share your life with is a gift like no other.
Yeah,
Which I agree.
I agree.
I agree. Well, that
out,
wraps
bitches.
up that wraps up episode 3, and we will see you next time.
Definitely check out the Instagram page because I'm always posting shit.
Word. Bye.